What's up, Kabroda crew? Welcome back. Hopefully y'all are doing well after our little bit of a crazy little trade here last week. Made a little bit of money. Actually dropped down a decent bit more after the stream. I believe that was, yep. So we'll go to the 15-minute here, check it out. Yeah, we dropped down a little decent more. I mean, we dropped down. Here, our target was around this level. I actually took it off my chart, but we did have our target around that 63,000 level, 63.5 or something like that. So we ended up, breaking down, came down, hit our target, and then we actually continued after that and broke down all the way to around 60,000. So, pretty crazy day here on the market last Thursday. Especially after we got off the stream. But yeah, if you were in that trade, you made money. We posted it on our X account, so if you weren't around for that trade and you want to check it out, head on over to our X account. There's a link in the description. You can check out the trade that we made there. But yeah, we made our trade there, and then we kind of traded sideways really after that. We climbed up a little bit out of it, and then we really just traded sideways. We've kind of been looking for trades each day, but haven't really hit anything. So we'll have to jump into it today, see if we can find anything to trade for today. Hopefully it's as good as last stream, but you never know. Go ahead and delete these here, get them out of our way. You never know. So it could be good, could be bad. We'll just have to jump into it and find out for today. So we'll go ahead and start up the charts. First, we want to say hi to Spirit Maker. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well there, Spirit Maker. We're gonna jump in here. I don't think there's anybody else really here, so we'll just say that's the one person we are saying hi to. So. We'll have to jump into it, like I said, so we can I guess we'll kind of hang out here for a second, see if anybody else wants to jump on. Maybe they're a little bit late. Don't want to get started without them, you know. But yeah, we'll have to jump on over there. It is a possibly good day. I don't know. We'll see as we set up the chart, though. Give everybody a minute or two to join on in. Welcome to anybody joining. Yeah, hopefully y'all got into that trade. I mean, honestly, it was pretty good. We hit target. Well, I think we hit target 2 on the stream, and then we got off, and then we ended up dropping down, hitting target 3, which we called on the stream. We just, it was already like, I don't know, like 10 something whenever we jumped off. So, you know, it'd already been quite a decent little bit of time before we decided to just jump off the stream. But yeah, I mean, it was a good trade. Made some money on that thing, took it down. Battle box system called it to a T. So yeah, just great little trade there. We're glad that we jumped into it. We'll have to see if we can get another one this week. That'd be great. Would love that. Talking about that drop down into kind of that crypto winter level. If we can't hold above that 71K, I believe it's on the weekly that we were talking about. Can't hold above that 71K level here on this candle, then I think we were actually talking about the last candle, but yeah, it's kind of the like fighting zone. That's kind of the zone we're looking at. If I go to my longer time frame chart here, this is one indicator we're kind of working on, but you can see here in this red is kind of our flip line at that 71K level. So yeah, kind of interesting there. We're going to see if we can get that break above there or not. We need to hold above it. But if not, we're going to continue down. We'll get down to this golden pocket at least, maybe even farther. Kind of tapped the golden pocket right here, but it could be even farther. We'll see. But we do need to hold above, get above this 71K here again. And that is on the daily there. All right, I guess we'll just jump into it here. If you're here, go ahead and say hi. We'll say hi to you. But other than that, we're just going to jump in and get our stuff started. So I'm actually going to take off these lines here. I'm going to drop this here, and we'll just get our chart nice and Kabroda style clean. I mean, not obviously ultra clean, but we want to make sure it's just our indicators really on here, and that's what we're looking for. So we got them on there now, but now we need to update them for today. So we'll head on over to our BattleBox website, and it's not going to come up. There we go. And we'll make it full screen for y'all. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and initiate calibration. It'll pop open this. And now you can see we got our different levels all populated down here. You can do other coins and things with our website if you've never been here before. We kind of go over it every stream, but there's a bunch of different assets you can do: Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, XRP, Doge, TRX. We have a decent amount of different ones on here. Typically the higher up on the chart ones, or not chart I guess, but the ranking system that like CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and stuff like that, the ranking system they have, a lot of our coins are higher up on that ranking system. So we got those, and then we got our target session. So pretty much every day we're on the stream, we're going to be looking at that New York futures session, but we also have the New York equity, we have the London session, Tokyo, Sydney. So whatever session you're looking to trade, it's probably on there. And then down here is just kind of the timeline for whatever your current session is. We're on the New York futures, obviously, so we got our open on 7:30 to 8 is kind of like where you're getting ready, your calibration time. After 8 is your execution, so you can start up the BattleBox, get everything set up on your chart, and that's when you're looking to kind of jump into something. And then by 3 p.m. you're basically done for the day. If the trade hasn't happened, it's not going to happen, so it's not, we're not really looking at it after 3 is basically what that says. If you're in a trade, you know, you can hold it past 3. Typically they're already done by then, and you're at least like done with the move that you're probably going to get by 3, but you could hold one past 3, so that's there. Yeah, and then we got our different levels here: daily resistance, breakout trigger, breakdown trigger, and our daily support level. So if you don't know what those are, resistance and the support are just different lines basically that the chart's going to have a little bit of, well, I was going to say resistance that, but a little bit of just slow down. Like, we're going to have a little bit more fight as we get to those lines. So if we're going up and we hit a resistance, then it's going to be a little bit of fight. Like, the bears are going to start trying to break, take us back down off that level, and then the bulls are going to continue to try to break us through it. And the same thing for the downside, except for if you're going down, we call it support. So same levels really, like both of them are just levels that we're going to see some sort of fight at. And if it's above price action, so if it's above where price currently is, then it's going to be that resistance, and if it's below it, it's going to be support. So we got both those on there, and then we got our own triggers, which are same things. They are technically support and resistance lines, but we got our breakout trigger and our breakdown trigger. So they're the two support and resistance lines that today are going to be more acting as like a trigger line. So if we get the break and the close and then like the retest and everything above that, then that's where we jump in, or below that, depending on which one you're trading. So your breakout trigger is going to be the resistance that we're looking for to break and retest, and then the breakdown trigger is going to be the support you're looking for to break down and retest. So yeah, we got all of those on there. They're on the site, so if you want to, you can just go ahead and grab the different levels out of right here on the site and paste them in and make your own lines. Not recommended, but you know, it's on there, you can do that. What we can do though here is actually we're going to copy this indicator data right here, and then we can just head right back to our charts, open up our indicator we have, and this is on our website too, and then we can go ahead and highlight this and just paste it in there, and it'll reset the lines now for us. So it looks like we got our daily resistance way up here at 71 130 something, so right around that level we were talking about we need to break for the day. Below that we got our breakout trigger, so that's that green line right there, and they do match up with the site. So green here is also whatever is green on the site, so green obviously breakout trigger, on the site green is breakout trigger as well. And then below that we got our daily support, and then our breakdown trigger here, and typically what this means here and how they're set up. So whenever you see one way above it like this, that's typically means like we're more than likely not going to go that way. We're actually going to break down more than likely, because the daily support is right inside of the breakdown trigger, and that typically means we're going to break out whatever way that is happening. So if you see that on the top, if you see the daily support or daily resistance inside the breakout trigger, then we're going to see move up, and if you see that to the downside, you're going to see a move down. That's just kind of how you think about it, and typically when it's like this, it means it's going to be a pretty decent move. So could we have a move up? We definitely could. We could break up here, retest, and then we could take the trade up to our daily resistance here, and that could be a possibility for sure for today. But more than likely we're going to get that breakdown, continue down. And if we do get the breakdown, what's interesting about this too is this is our daily support level right here. So if we're already below it and we break below our trigger level, then we basically have free reign drop for quite a decent ways. And we can go ahead and look at some of the levels here in a little bit, but that's just how it's kind of set up. And we'll go ahead and throw this on here. Y'all. Alright. Yeah. So we'll see which way we end up breaking here. It's definitely a possibility to the downside. Definitely looking at it. Our indicator's saying we got a couple different levels here. An interesting and easy way you can throw this without our special indicator here that I don't think people have access to quite yet. We're still working on some kinks on it. But a good way to do it is to grab your Fibonacci lines, and depending on how you have them set up, you can click on the top and then click on the bottom. So you click on your breakout trigger, you click on your breakdown trigger, and then these are kind of your levels here. So you can see they're a little bit off, like 0.5, a little bit less than the actual first target. Typically the middle one is pretty on point, so target 2, -1, pretty on point. -1.5 is obviously a little off too, so you could overshoot the 0.5 and the -1.5, I guess, or -0.5 and -1.5 just by a tad bit. But yeah, if we do end up breaking down, more than likely we're going to come down to this 66.301 level, possibly even farther. We could be looking at, yeah, just even farther. A good way to actually measure the move too is to grab just a line here, and we're going to grab from the top of the channel to the bottom, so our breakout to breakdown levels again. And then we're going to take that and we're going to extend it off of the bottom. So more than likely we're definitely going to hit that target 2 level today if we get the breakdown. And that's just how you do it. It's actually how you do it with flags. So just interesting though, from what we've noticed, this is like more of a for sure move down if we do get the breakdown below our breakdown trigger. And again, this is all just educational purposes only. We're not here for any kind of financial advice or anything like that, but that is kind of the target we're looking at. So target 2 for sure, possibly target 3. That's kind of the trade we're looking at for today. As for as much as like targets go, we got 67.6 at target 1. We got about 67.150 at target 2, and then 66.3 at target 3. That's kind of the trade we're looking at today. Like I said, we do need to get the breakdown, and we need to kind of set up the trade still. It's obviously still kind of just running sideways. Hasn't confirmed anything, hasn't even told us that we're actually going to go down and not up. But there is that possibility there, so we'll see. Yeah, that's kind of it right there. That's what we're looking at for today. We'll go ahead and check out what the battle box has to say about today, and then we can kind of hang out. Terry said hi, so welcome in, Terry. I'm glad you could make it to the stream. We're just going over a little bit on well, we kind of talked about our trade last week and how that kind of hit, and then we're kind of talking about possible trade for today and what we're looking at. So we're looking at this short down here. That's what we're looking at. All right, let's launch our battle box. So we'll head back to our website here, and we're going to click this little green button here next to our copy indicator data button. We're just going to hit the launch battle box AI, proceed to terminal. That'll open it up here for us, and we can see kind of what's going on. And the cool thing is it did copy for us the code that we need to put in here, so we can just go ahead and hit Control V or right click and paste, and then we'll send this in, and our battle box will take this data and make us a full on DMR, which is a daily market recap for us. Basically what that means is it's just kind of like a breakdown of the whole market based off of the data it just got. So it'll take that data and kind of tell you like things like what's the bias today, what is the mindset you should have today, like what kind of trades are we looking at today, what's the possible I don't know, pretty much everything, even down to just like what levels are set and why are they set. We'll be on here and stuff like that, and we'll kind of run through it here. If you want a more in-depth look at it, just check out our website, link in the description. You can go ahead and use it. We're running a deal right now where it is free, so you can go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and sign up, check it out, see what you think about it. Let us know what we can improve. We're always working on it. So, we'd love to see you there. We'd love to hear what y'all think about it. And then, just get back to us. Check it out if you haven't. Like we said, it is free. So sign up, check it out. All right, for today, we got our market snapshot. So the New York futures is anchored in that 130 UTC today, and it's kind of weird, anchored at 130 UTC. Yeah, kind of interesting how it said that. BTC USD is trading around that 68.944, which is above the anchor price at 68.731, but still inside the broader value area. It matters because the open is in value and price usually behaves like a two-sided auction first. Rotations, probes, and reversals before it earns direction today. So basically, pretty much like every day it seems like on the stream, but we're kind of running into that rotational problem. So whenever we're kind of in between the two breakout/breakdown lines, we're kind of just rotational, which is basically a fancy way of saying that we're just going to break up, break down until we kind of prove that we're going to break out of the really it's almost a pattern, I guess. Like we're kind of making a flag pattern. So we got our top, we got our bottom, and then we're kind of just trading around inside of there. So we'll see, yeah, what ends up happening. Like I said, it could break out either way. We don't know for sure. Typically we're leaning short though. Which leads us to our next section. What's the daily bias? Model today is lean short with a score of -44 and a 44.1% confidence. That lean exists for structural reasons, not because down is next. There's two big pressures that are present. The daily trend is down. The weekly force is bearish, which biases expectation towards rallies to begin tests until proven otherwise. The session is opening in value and below the prior 24-hour POC by the 595 points, by about 595 points, which is often priced in a posture where it needs to work harder to reclaim and hold higher ground. System is also explicit about discipline. Permission is hold fire, with requirements still remaining that 15-minute acceptance and the 5-minute realignment. So we need the 2 15-minute candles, 5-minute retest. Is basically what it's saying there. In other words, the bias describes pressure, while the permission state describes proof, and proof is not present. So have not claimed the breakout or the breakdown level, so we need to either break out and get that 2 15-minute closes above, or we need to break down and get the 2 15-minute closes below, and then 5-minute retest on either side. So which way will we go? I don't know yet. Are we leaning bias? Are we leaning short? Absolutely. So yeah, we'll just see which way we go. Yeah. As for the daily, we were kind of checking it out earlier on our investment chart, but the daily backdrop is down and prices trading far below the daily EMAs. So we got EMA 20, blah, blah, like we can see those all on the chart. We don't need to go over those. The point of the gap is not to predict continuation, it's to explain why upside attempts can behave like sellable structure unless price proves otherwise with acceptance and sustained trade. Yeah. So we can kind of check out this 4-hour and the 1-hour as we kind of move on. And we'll kind of like check them out and also read through the battle box, kind of talk about them a little bit, maybe do a little bit of TA of our own, and just see where we're at here. So we'll head back over here to our Kabroda, our trade view screen, and we're gonna head to that 4-hour. You can kind of see our chart is still all set up, and we'll kind of run through this 4-hour here. So zooming out a little bit, you can kind of see we're in that pattern there. The 4-hour is labeled range, which means the higher time frame pressure exists, but energy is still contained. Range conditions often are where traders lose discipline. The market looks like it wants to go, but it often needs a clear acceptance event to stop whipping both sides. So really, we're kind of sitting in that pattern, like I was saying. You can even say this doesn't count, and we're kind of in a pattern more like this. Definitely a possibility here. And I guess the top, probably something like that. So definitely ranging in between these two levels, kind of bouncing around. Sooner or later, we're going to come down into that point of the, I believe you call this a wedge, but the wedge that you kind of come into, and then we'll pick a direction, see which way we're going to go. That's kind of the deal for the 4-hour. Does that mean that we won't just lose today and break down? No, but it's definitely a possibility. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at on the 4-hour. That's the breakdown we're looking for. If we did get that breakdown today, that would, or the breakdown we were talking about today, then that would mean there's definitely a possibility of a farther breakdown here. Yeah, interesting. Moving on to that 1-hour. 1-hour shelf map today is truth tests are very clear. So we got the 1-hour support level at, we got our basically our support and our resistance. So our support levels at that 68, 688, and then we got that daily resistance level way up here at that 71,131 level. Current price, the sorry, these are both 0.6 as well strength. So basically what that means is they're both about even. So neither one is really like pulling price towards it per se, just based off of their strength levels. They're both going to hold pretty evenly. Yeah, with price currently near the 68,944, you're operating closer to the support shelf than the resistance shelf, which means early moves are likely to be judged whether support holds with acceptance or breaks into a lower auction. So yeah, all that to say, more than likely we're looking for that short still. Overall, both the 4-hour and 1 hour are both looking at least with a bearish tint to them. So the 4 hours looking more range bound, so not really directional yet as of yet. As for the daily or the 1 hour, sorry, we're kind of the same thing. Not completely rotational or not directional completely yet, but it is for sure a it's looking more short than it is long for sure. So we'll head back to our Kabroda.com here, check it out. Basically we're holding fire till we get the basically the go button to kind of hit. So we're waiting for that 15-minute closes above and then the 5-minute retest. Yeah, in Kabroda during that means the market must do more than touch the level. It has to accept a new area of the trade and then align the lower time frames with that acceptance. So we need to break above, get those 2-minute close, two 15-minute closes above, and then the 5-minute retest. And we can go either way on that. Excuse me. Obviously, if you're going down, it is you break down below it, and then 2 15-minute closes, and then a 5-minute retest on the breakdown level. So trade ideas that fit today's structure. Mostly, we're looking for those. We're just looking for the whatchamacallit. We're looking for the directional trades. So we're either looking to break the upside, break the downside. We're not looking to. We're not looking to. Man, I didn't have enough coffee today, I guess. We're not looking to break either side, like it's the upside or the downside. We're just looking to. Wait, this makes sense. We're not looking to. I don't know what I'm saying. We're not looking to trade any kind of like rotational moves. So we're not looking to just kind of trade the bounce around moves. And you can, if you're a little more advanced. To show you what I'm talking about, we'll head back here. Basically, you got your. Here, and we're going to move to a smaller time frame. We got our 15-minute here. So we got our breakdown level here, and then our breakup level here. And what you do for like a rotational trade is, say like this morning, price comes down, it hits our breakdown level, and then we take a trade up. It breaks up, and then you take it up until. Technically until it hits the other side. Obviously it's not always that perfect, so you end up taking it off early most of the time. So like we would have maybe got out here, something like that. 786 retracement, pretty crazy. That's a great place to jump out. Right, that's past the golden pocket. At 618 is the golden pocket, so 786 is like it's like a good discount kind of thing. That's where you jump out. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of like rotational trades, and that's great. And you could trade those. More of an advanced trading style for sure, but it is there, and you could take it. Honestly, it's not a bad thing to take. More than likely, though, we're going to be looking for more of that directional trade. Those are the ones that are going to pay out a little bit better, for sure. You can definitely trade more. It's maybe a little more interesting if you take the more rotational moves. They're just harder to take, and they're also a little more risky just because it just are. They're just a little more risky. Let's see, what do we want to avoid today? So for today, we want to avoid just jumping into the trades if we get the breakthrough of the levels. So if we break through the top here, and I'm not talking about breakthrough, close, and then retest, because that is the system. I'm talking more about just the we don't want to just jump in the second that the chart breaks whatever level. Like if we're starting to go to the upside and we break the breakout level, we don't want to just jump in because we broke it. We want to make sure we get the closes and the retest, and we're showing that basically the market's actually going to continue up there. Yeah, I mean, until that happens, you're going to see spikes. You're going to see the price rotate up, down, up, down. You're going to see all sorts of stuff. We just need to see the breakout and the confirmation, and then we can jump in and take the trade to whatever side it's on. Like I said, more likely the trade is leaning on that bearish side today. That's what we're really looking for, but yeah, it could be either way. So we'll just have to watch price as we move through this. Professional response today looks calm and evidence-led. If you do nothing while price is rotating inside value, you're not missing trades, you're refusing to be trained by the chop. Your job is to let the market pay you for clarity, not for activity. So basically, we don't want to just jump into a trade just to trade. We want to jump into a trade because the market told us that the trade it was going to be whatever success rate. We're going to go up, we're going to go down. That's why we want to jump into a trade, not just because we felt like it or because we're thinking it was going to go that way. So yeah, and that's really it for the daily market recap. That's kind of what we're looking at. Pretty close to what we normally get, I guess. Either we're going to break up, we're going to break down. Which direction are we actually going to take? Who knows? We'll see. Like we said, there is a pretty heavy bearish tint here on the market. So if I had to guess which way we're going to break down, more than likely we're going to get that down break. Continue down a little bit farther. It is looking like we're going to head into more of that crypto winter kind of state here as we continue into this month. Typically the second week of the month, as we've been kind of back testing it, is typically one of the best trading weeks of the month. So we'll kind of see as we move through this, see which way we're going to end up going, see what we're going to end up being able to jump into. Man, must be real tired today. Should have got some more coffee, that's what I'm telling you. We actually found a cool new way to make our coffee. So saw it online, but basically you take an egg and you take it and you take out the yolk, and then you can do whatever you want with the whites. They don't really matter, but basically you take the yolk and you put it into your mug, and then you whisk it until it's lighter colored, and you can add sweetener at that point. We had honey, but the original video that we saw, they added like a little bit of sugar, which I don't know, I prefer not to drink sugar in my coffee, but yeah, you could throw that in there. Basically, yeah, you throw it in there, you whisk it up, Once it like changes color, like instead of being like yellowy color, it's still yellow, but it's like a light, like creamy color looking. So you whisk it up until that point, and then you put it in your mug, fill up your coffee with whatever kind of coffee you make or however you make your coffee. We just make our Keurig, so you put it in Keurig like that, and then you just put a little bit of milk in there, and it's actually pretty good. It makes it like a lot creamier. We did notice though it's better with like certain coffees, like in Texas we got HEBs. They have like a pecan coffee at HEB. With that coffee, it's pretty good. We did try it. There's we like also get some San Francisco something online. It's like a French roast style, and that one's not so great with the egg thing. I don't know why. It's not like bad. It's one of those like you do just a lot of extra work to make your coffee better, and it's really like nothing better. So yeah, pretty interesting little thing. Interesting little way to make a coffee. You get a little bit of breakfast, I guess, with your coffee too. Kind of nice. A little bit of egg with your coffee, but it does make it a lot better. Makes it a lot creamier. We've been kind of experimenting. Like, do you add milk like before you put it in there? Because the original video we saw they didn't do that, so we were like, oh, we'll try it. I want to say it gets creamier if you don't add the milk until after the coffee's in there. But you never know. I would also have thought like the milk or the hot coffee would kind of just cook the egg as you put it in there, but it really didn't. So I was decently surprised by that one there. But yeah, pretty good way to make coffee. So if you ever want to try something different, try it out. It is pretty good. Nice and creamy. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this price action breakdown. We got about another 8 minutes or so until we see that candle close here on the 15 minutes, and this is what we call our predator candle. It's for our predator system we've been developing. Basically what that is I mean, the whole idea is like behind the name is just that you're like predator kind of like waits and stalks around, and then whenever the opportune moment comes, he strikes, and that's kind of what we're looking to do here on our trades. And wow, that candle is really going down. It's crazy. But we're just kind of breaking sideways here. What am I saying? We're breaking down here, so we'll see if we can get that close and then see where the predator lines line up. We do have our new indicator, like new version of this indicator we've been kind of working on, throws predator lines on there for you as the candle kind of sets. Like once it closes, it'll throw them like all the way on the chart. But as of right now, it just kind of like moves the lines with it and figures out where to set them up. So once the candle closes in another 6.5 minutes or so, we'll see those lines line up. But you can always do it yourself manually. It's really not that hard. Just whenever the 8:30 to 8:45 candle closes, then you just go ahead and throw a line on the open and a line on the close. Sorry, not the open and the close. You throw a line on the high and a line on the low, and then you got your predator lines on there. So once we get, and then the idea is just that once you break down from the 5 minute through both your predator line and the breakdown line and get the close, then you can just jump in. That's kind of the idea. So I don't know. We'll see. See what happens here. Got a little bit left, another 5 or so minutes. Oh, that's what you gotta do when you feel tired. You just gotta do a little stretch. Kind of wake up for the morning. Nothing exciting's happening in trading yet, so you gotta last the first like 20-30 minutes, you know, just kind of sitting here waiting around. I guess if you're it's just kind of the boring part of the day. I guess you're just kind of waiting around. Really, it's the part of the day that just tells you what's gonna happen. Like, turn on your charts, set them up like this, and then you wait till the 8:45 close, and then we'll see where price goes. And man, it's really dropping. We literally have not even gotten the close yet, and we're already almost down to target 1. That's insane. Kind of a little sketchy here. A little sketchy. I'm actually gonna check out what we have an AI bot designed to be more real-time that we've been working on, and I'm gonna see what it's gonna say about today. See what it thinks. Yeah, crazy breakdown here. It's insane that we're already breaking down. We haven't even gotten the close yet. We got another 2 minutes, and then we can get the close here, and we'll see where we're at. Crazy predator lines, though. I mean, you got one way up there, you got one way down here. Market just wants to break down today, I guess. Man, that is an insane drop here, though. Now, basically, we're just getting ready to jump in as the candle closes. I mean, we gotta get a little bit more of a breakdown. Obviously, if you're trading our typical system, less advanced, and then you're definitely going to be wanting to wait. I mean, not going to be jumping in like this second, but check out. Open up something real fast. I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back. We had to open up and get our trading software open real fast for the trade kind of happens, but I actually had to re-log in, so I wanted to make sure camera didn't catch anything that I don't want to show on camera, you know. So went ahead and jumped on there, but we are back and had to but yeah, we're back in it now, so we're ready to jump into this thing, get ready for that short. We got our trade set up here. We're getting ready to get in on that trade setup, checking it out. And you know, like I said, we're not here for trading advice. This thing could rip up in our face. I mean, what are we, just dummy traders, right? So who knows what we're doing. Alright, so we got our trade there. We're just going to have to jump in kind of on a limit order here. See if we can get in. Get in when price breaks back up, I guess. We're kind of already down there too far. Yeah, I guess we'll just throw our limit on there, and if we get in, we get in. If we don't, we don't. So we got our limit right there on basically this trade here. We got Predator or level 3 here on our chart, kind of lined up there. There's a possibility we still break down even farther. Where to? We could break down all the way to this golden pocket, 57,487 or so, that 57.5 level. Definitely a possibility. Will we actually get the breakdown all the way there? We'll see. That'd be kind of like my big target for today, and then I'd be watching target 3 for like a more of a real live target. But again, we're gonna have to have price kind of come back up and jump us into this trade. If we don't get in, we don't get in. And that's kind of the thing. But yeah, we're waiting. We're in trade, I guess, kind of waiting. Technically, if you're watching a little closer, harder when I'm like on the live stream talking, but you might have been able to snag it right here if you were one, paying more attention, and two, a little bit more advanced. It is a little bit more risky, but you could say, you know, you saw it starting to break down, so jump in there. But we did not, so we are waiting for that retest back up to our breakout line, our breakdown line, and then we'll kind of jump in and see if we can take it down. But we do need it to break back up and get us back in before we see that. So until we do, we're really just looking for, we're really just waiting. But yeah, we will have to be kind of waiting around for that. All right, getting a little bit of return here, and we'll head back here. I took it off that chart, so you can't even see what I'm talking about. We actually almost hit target one. If you were trading it off of the Fibonacci levels here, we almost actually hit the 0.5. So crazy little breakdown there, but hopefully we'll come back up, retest the level here, and then break down. If you are trading our typical system, then you're still waiting another 10 minutes or so for that close. So you got to wait till about 9 before we get to close, and then we want that 5-minute retest here before you see the breakdown. And you're welcome to wait for that. That's the that's the easier way to do it for sure. Definitely the more what do you say? That's the more like proven way to do it, I guess. Like less risk, stuff like that. So yeah, there's a possibility there. You can just hang out and just wait and see what you get. But for us, we are jumping into this predator thing. If we get to break up there, that's what we're watching here on the live stream. But yeah, like I said, if you're looking for a little bit less risky way to do it, it's definitely plausible to wait for those 2 50-minute closes and then 5-minute retest. So yeah, we're kind of hanging out here though on the stream until we're seeing if we can get that retest here, and then we'll be breaking down, going down to target 3, getting a nice little trade for today. That'd be nice. So we'll see how we go here, see what we do. The trade that we're looking at right now, that target 3 is about I think it was about 2.5 to 1, 2, almost 2 3/4, I guess, a little bit over 2 3/4 to 1. So yeah, you trade $100, you'd make $250 or $275. So not too bad. Trade 1,000, you make $2,750. Like pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll see where price goes. We could just rock it up here, get us in and get us out. But you know, that's how trading is. That's how trading goes. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Hopefully we're able to jump in. Well, you know, we don't want it unless the market's going to give it to us. But if we can get in here, then we'll definitely be looking for that downside. Yeah, our target's looking good. But yeah, we gotta wait for that price action to kind of show us which way it's gonna go. So we want that retest right here. I guess if you're waiting on the 15-minute close, you probably want another 5 minutes or so of candle before you see that retest, but you never know. Just waiting around. Fun part of trading, you know. You want to kind of get in because you want to go down, but you also don't want to get in because you also don't want to just get ripped in your face. But you know, that's how trading is. So you just can't think about it. You just kind of gotta just go with the flow. You know, if it's gonna get you in, then it's gonna get you in. You follow the system. So that's really the trade of today, right? If we get in and take it, then we're good. If we don't, then that's all right too. You know. That's all we really need to know. Yeah, I want to come up a little bit more. Come on, bro. Come on. Just a little bit more. I want to get in on this thing. Oof. And yeah, we're in. We're in. All right, we'll see how this plays out. We're in for right now. A little sketchy, but we're in. You know, we'll see which way we end up going here. Like we said, we could take it down to that 57.5 level. Yeah, we could take it down to that 57.5 level. So I'm going to go ahead and make that my target. So yeah, we're going to go for the target of 57. What was it? 57. Let's just do 533. 57, 533. That'll be our target, and then our stop loss, and that's like a far out target. Like I said, like we'll also want to be watching at 60,000 because that's a big number there, and then we also want to be just watching it at the obviously the first three targets that we were kind of looking at already, and then we'll use the same stop here. We're not going to move it. And that'll be our trade. All right, now we got our trade on there. It's looking good, boys. We're looking good, looking very good. So now we want to see that price action drop down. Take us to target 3. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to target 3 now. You can just feel it. Yeah, been a pretty good trading like a couple weeks. Pretty good month of February so far. But yeah, we're looking to go down. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Come on. Gonna get that little bit of a breakdown, take us down. Hopefully go past target 3. We'll see. We're just going to be watching the charts throughout the day, see where we go. But yeah, it's almost 9, so you're almost, if you're waiting on that 15-minute closes below the target, below the drop line there, then you are getting pretty close. We're going to take these Fibonacci lines off. If you guys want it, you can just check out the different targets here. But we are about to get those 2 closes below the breakdown level right here. I'm also going to take off my lines. I don't know why I have these on here still. I was confusing me for a while. I was like, why is it 200 down there? And I realized I just had lines on my chart. 40 seconds. We're still retesting pretty much right there. We need to close. If you're waiting to get in for the 15-minute, 2 15-minute closes, 5-minute retests, you really want it to kind of be below the line. You don't want it to be like super close to it. Like right now, it's pretty close to it for those 2 15-minute closes. So, and technically, you know, it's still below. But I don't know. To each his own, I guess. However you want to trade it, but it's 2 15-minute closes below and 5-minute retests is the basics of it. So. I guess whatever you want to call the 2 15-minute closes below. Technically, we did just get 2 15-minute closes below. We're on that 5-minute right there. Technically, you're already retesting too. So, yeah, that's the system right there. That's in if you're watching for that. But we're already in. We're in on the Predator system. So we got our breakdown here. Technically, we want to see a breakdown below this, but yeah, it was just crazy drop. So we'll say yeah, our system's playing out here, so we'll get in. We want to see that clear and break here below this line before we continue down to target 3. Target 3! Let's go! Going to target 3 here. Just got to break down and keep going. Let's go. Always got to get a little bit of water, you know? Let's break down. Come on, chart. We got to throw our emoji on there, don't we? Which one should we use? Should we use head blow up or a blow down guy? Let's use a blow down guy. Throw right there on our level. We don't care if it comes up and kisses it, but we don't want it to continue past that. We want it to break down here. Break down, break down, break down. And we'll see, you know, like we said, price could come up and take us out at the top here. We're just waiting to see what happens. We got it in our system, so you trade your system, you take it down when you need to, and if the system says take it up, you take it up. If the system says take it down, you take it down, you know. That's really all that you got to get into. Other than that, it's just whatever the market wants to do. So it said down. It told us to get in. We got in. And now we're just sitting around waiting. That's kind of the basics of trading. It's a good day when you follow your system. Doesn't really matter if the system works or not. I mean, obviously, overall, it matters if the system works. But daily, it doesn't really matter. If your system works 80% of the time and 20% of the time it doesn't work, it's not really a huge deal. Even if it works all the way down to like 60% of the time, you know. If you're trading, I mean, you could even, depending on your system, you could be trading like 40% of the time it works and 60% of the time it doesn't. That's crazy, but it could work. I mean, if the 40% of the time you're making like triple what you make whenever you're not making money, you know, then that's a pretty good system. Still works. So if it tells you to stay out, then you don't trade. And if it tells you to jump in when you're shorting, then you take it when you're shorting, you know. That's just kind of how you look at it. So yep, we're waiting around, just waiting on taking the trade, whichever way we're gonna go. Well, we already took the trade. We're waiting on the trade to break down. You're just waiting. We are in. We'll probably run the stream till. Well, it depends on what the price action's doing, but if price action's still kind of hovering around here, around 9:15 or so, we'll probably end the stream there. Just enjoy the rest of the day, I guess, kind of watching the charts. But yeah, we're kind of watching it here. We don't really want to see it break above the daily resistance right here. We're gonna go ahead and get a screenshot of. I'm gonna hide this real fast. We'll throw this into our AI and see what it thinks about our trade that we just did. Alright, so we sent it our things. We're seeing what it thinks about it. I find it's helpful to stay on like the 15 because you don't get as worried about a little bit of price action movement when you're watching the chart. Obviously, you can watch the 5-minute too, but I prefer it to just be like not so up, down, you know? Yep, our AI basically just said hold the line. We're not looking to jump in or jump out of this trade, maybe your stop loss, something like that. We're just waiting around. This is a little bit of a retest is basically all it said. Like we were kind of saying, we've retested that daily support level. Now we're retesting our well, we retested our breakdown level, and then now we're retesting that daily support level. So basically retesting it. We don't want to see the break of it. We need to see a breakdown. Man, price was really trying to push up here. Really trying to break up. We really want to see that close not get above that level. Like I said, it could be down, just dropping out of our trade right here. We're breaking up pretty hard, pretty crazy. Yeah, really hard, pulling back. I don't know. This kind of makes me a little nervous. We technically, the trade setup for today is you kind of just hold the trade. So, you know, we're just holding it till our stop gets hit, but it's definitely making me nervous for sure. Decent pullback there. That's a decent candle there too, so. Yeah, 47 seconds till that close on that 15-minute. Pretty crazy. Another 10 seconds, 9 seconds. We get that close on the 5-minute there. Still holding. Still holding. Crazy little candle there. Yeah, if this candle does not get back down below our level, we're probably just going to be jumping out here. taking our trade on that 15-minute close. Yeah, we really want to see that close below that 68.8 level, so rounds that 21 here on the 5-minute. We want to see us get back below that, close below that here on, well, both the 5-minute and the 15-minute really. But yeah, we want to see that breakdown. Ideally, we'd like to be below the daily support again if we're going to see that down. Alright, a little bit of a breakdown there. We need to see that breakdown below the 21 though, like I'm saying. Break down below the 21, that's what we want to see. There we go, a little bit of a breakdown here, 2 minutes. A little bit. We want to see the breakdown a little harder than that though. Like, we want to be breaking down. Really want to get below that daily support level. Really want to get below that daily support level. If we can, then we're holding. All right, we got another 1.5 minutes to stay right here or below. It's looking promising again. I'm liking this again. Looking like we're gonna get that breakdown. I really just want to see below that 68.8 level. Like right here, close, perfect. We're gonna continue down. Get a little bit of a break up though, more so than we are right now, then that's making it sketchy. That would probably be my let's just jump out kind of level. So far though, we're calling it to a T. We're holding it. We're in it to win it. Let's go. Let's go. 45 seconds still, candle closed here on the 5 and the 15. Waiting. We got to get those closed below the daily support ideally. Daily support is what, 688, so we could go a little bit above. I would rather it close below it though, but I don't know. That's my level in the sand, is at 68.8. So yeah, 15 seconds. Let's go. Stay. Come on, we want to stay in this thing. Turn on that emoji right there. Keep them down below. Here we go. 3 seconds. 2, 1, boom. We got the close below. We're going down, ladies and gents. We're going down. We're gonna go down to target 3. Let's go. Here we go. And we're getting the breakdown now. So that was our retest right there. A little bit of a scary one. I'll be honest. I was a little nervous as we were breaking up there. I mean, obviously, you know, you got a little bit of nervous, but you still just hold your trading system, keep the lines where you think they're going to go, and that's all you do. You kind of just hold it. I mean, you got to just trust the system, take it when it says down, and then hold it until it tells you otherwise. So if it had closed above that 68.8 level, we would have said, all right, well, that was the otherwise, and we'll jump out. But we didn't get it, so we'll just continue to hold it here. Watch for that breakdown and continuation. So yeah, yeah, that could have been the Bulls' last push up, and then now we'll see the Bears take over or drive us down again. We just need some volume to kind of come in for the Bears to break down. Yeah, not really getting a whole lot of movement here. So we might just have to watch this. We'll post the results, I guess, on X. See how our trade did. Maybe we'll throw a link back to our live stream as well. But yeah, we'll see what we do the rest of the day. We're still looking like that breakdown. Really, honestly, we're just watching, make sure it doesn't break above that daily support level and close above there. And honestly, it's that 68.8 level that I was talking about that you really don't want to see that close above. So I don't know. We'll kind of just we'll see how it goes. Still looking down to me. But since we didn't get that close above that 68.8 level again on the 15-minute, and then we're really just looking for some more down runs. So yeah, it's a good time to kind of take a break from the computer, go do something else, hang out, and then come back later and see us hit target 3. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to the stream. Pretty nice little stream there. Not much of a trade there. We'll see, like I said, where we end up going as we're breaking down here. But as of right now, yeah, it's just hanging out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, good luck to you. If you got into this trade, great. Yeah, just make sure you watch it throughout the day. Maybe set an alert or something at that 68.8 level or so. Maybe at the target, something like that, if you're gonna walk away. But other than that, yeah, thanks for watching. Happy trading to y'all, and we will catch y'all tomorrow at 8 for our live stream. We'll go over this trade real quick on there, and then also we'll have a recap tomorrow as well if you want to see a little more in detail breakdown of this trade as well. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. See y'all next time.